Alright, I have just a couple other quick videos because I have other things I need to get done today and it's getting hot and my phone is overheating. But I'm going to try to be quick. You've seen several tours of this area. These are settling in nicely. There are a couple of new additions and we're continuing to add pine straw. There's just been a lot going on last month with lots of medical appointments and life stuff. Hopefully the rest of August is going to be calm and we can get this finished because I'm tired of it not being finished. But we did put a new addition, a new crepe myrtle. I just got this week. They're only $20. It's Delta Eclipse at Home Depot. I will say it is having a little bit of transplant shock. I don't know if I don't feel like it's getting too much sun or not enough, and maybe I just didn't water it enough. I did last night. It was looking really wilty, so I came out and watered it pretty deeply. I've watered it again this morning, so I don't know. I have another crepe myrtle I planted a few weeks ago and I didn't have any problems, so maybe it's just this variety. So we'll see. Hopefully it's going to make it, because it does have really pretty foliage, sort of purpley, although it's not as purple as it was. So I'm not sure. You know, it's just a little bit unhappy right now, but it looks better today than it did. There's some of the leaves are a little wilty, but I've read that does happen sometimes with some varieties of crepe myrtles. So hopefully it's going to get over its transplant shock in a few days or another week or two, and it'll be okay. My little miniature Alberta spruce is starting to put on new growth. My Forever Goldie is holding steady. Again, I think a lot of growth will come here when fall and winter come, even though it won't be as warm, because this beautiful tree canopy will be gone for a while. Most everything's kind of staying stable. I've not seen like a ton of growth, but again, I am going to continue to work on soil amendments and whatnot. I thought I had done a good job originally, but it's always a process of trial and error. This is my Home Depot Bobo hydrangea. It actually looked really good a few days ago, but it's coming to the end of its bloom cycle, but I'm seeing new growth, so I'm encouraged by that. This was my first crepe myrtle that I planted, and it's really pretty. I just got another one I'll show you in a minute. I like the dark leaves and the purple blooms. I think that's a green giant arborvitae. I can't remember which variety it is. But it's doing okay. It was smaller than that, so I'm seeing some growth. A banana Elysium. This was my first one, and I liked it so much I got more. Then my Home Depot Bobo hydrangeas clearly are superior, or the Pikes Bobo hydrangeas are clearly superior to Home Depot. So like I said, I think next year for things like that, I will definitely go to Pikes. Plus they just good quality, great service. I've been very pleased with our local Pikes. So again, that's kind of in different bloom cycles, but a lot of new growth. We have the little jazz hands shrub here, which was also a little wilty. So I made sure to water it in good. It had been fine, but again, our heat has kicked up and the sun angle is changing from even a month ago. So I'm trying to be mindful of that. Sunshine ligustrum, another Bobo hydrangea. And then this is kind of like the war zone area. I just got this as another one of those false gold mop cypress. That one came from Pikes. It's obviously bigger than the one I ordered through Home Depot. I didn't realize Pikes had them, or otherwise I would have just gotten two from them. But it seems to be settling in okay. Trying to make sure I don't over or underwater. This is my first time growing them, so it's definitely a process. This is new. This is a Winecraft smoke bush. I forget, Black Diamond? No, not Black Diamond. Anyway, I can't remember, but I got it from Garden Crossings in Michigan. I've got more coming. This thing has already doubled in size in just a week since it arrived. And it will eventually get really big and showy. So I'll probably move it over a little bit. We're about to try and finish up this area. As you can see, we had all this shrub cleared. This literally was like all this kind of junk like had taken over the side of the yard. And so again, we had done the cardboard, the tarp, the pine straw. There is a bee's nest in the ground back here. How the man did not get stung who cleared this brush out, I will never know. But there is a bee's nest there, kind of like in that middle. And you can see that some of that junk's trying to come back. We are going to weed eat that very carefully later this week, hoping not to disturb the bees. Right now, until fall or winter comes and we can actually kill the bee's nest. Sorry, bees. Normally, I'm like very pro pollinator, but the bee's nest in the ground is not good. We're gonna have to deal with that, and then we'll work on that area. Right now, if you go over there, any vibration on the ground gets them stirred up, and obviously nobody wants to get stung. But the plan is to finish tarp and pine straw. We'll obviously hold off on the little bee corner, and once we get the bee's nest addressed, then we'll, get that taken care of in that kind of cruddy area next spring, and kind of bring that out to the corner here. But right now, this is to keep everything else, but we will go ahead and straw and tarp this hopefully in the next few days. So this area is, you see a big gap. We've got to get more pine straw to make this thicker, but it's a work in progress. So I've got a couple of things that we're going to pot up in that kind of hole there. We're going to put this new crepe myrtle. I got another, this is the Black Diamond Purely Purple. This is 30. They were about out at my Home Depot, but yours may have some. It's really pretty. I know people love or hate crepe myrtles. I think they're beautiful. And it being in a pot, it's not gonna go crazy like it does out in the wild, or at least that's what I think. But we're gonna put it there so I can have another pop of color here and not just all white and green. This will be purple and plumy in the spring with new growth. And then kind of what I'm envisioning for this part, I have a Japanese maple that we're definitely going to get potted up in the next 2 or 3 days. So that's what the pots are for. We're going to get that potted up. I have this Carolina cypress. I haven't decided where I want to put it yet, but I love it. It's one of my favorite things already. I do have a couple of other cypress and spruces that are coming, small, that we're going to also grow in containers, and they're not going to be humongous, and they're shade friendly. So that's what's going to anchor this. So I hope the next time, in the next few videos, you'll get to see that potted and then see it hopefully grow and thrive over the next 12 months. But I'm envisioning, I've got a small, I think it's called a Fat Albert Colorado spruce, I forget. But they can tolerate shade, so that's my goal, is to kind of anchor that with that. And then I've got a couple more smoke bushes coming, just kind of mix in these plumy plants, some plummy colors, along with the shrubs and the Japanese maple. I may get one more gold mock cypress, I haven't decided yet, or maybe another banana Elysium, we'll see. And then kind of big picture looking toward here, we're going to redo this. This has just been kind of temporary because we had to move a lot of stuff because of when we had the brush cleared. I definitely need to do something in my little fenced in area, which is hard, but I'm hoping again to have a lot of this trimmed out and or taken down, to kind of at least open up and it not be so woodsy. Again, not a ton of trees, but at least get this one trimmed up a little bit more, and that one that's a thorn tree, get it just completely taken out. When the guy came to do the brush, we thought he had said he was going to take it down, and then he decided he couldn't. So that was a little disappointing, but again, it'll be easier to do in the fall and winter anyway. So I don't know what I want to do about the fenced in. I have some thoughts about the little fenced in area. My dogs don't really use that now. We just kind of come out to the grass. So I don't know. This was originally for a long time, my little dachshund area, but we'll see. But thinking about the front, kind of the same thing. Just kind of pine straw the border a little bit. I've got, you know, some roses here, but I think it would look nice to do some more maybe of the banana Elysiums, maybe some more smoke bush, get a couple, an anchor again, maybe with another small fir or even, you know, juniper, maybe a little cypress, something, just to kind of dress that area up a little bit and pretty it up. So I'll stop with that. But as you can see, progress, and hopefully, I know it's hard to see the vision with some of the brush coming back in the background that we've got to tackle with the weed eater this weekend, and then permanently address it once winter comes and we can deal with the bee's nest. But hopefully the next time I have a video for you, we'll have this covered, most of this covered and stuff planted so that you can see. But we've come a long way from even the first videos, so hopefully I'm going to have a little enclosure done for my little trash area, so that's because that's not attractive at all. But again, hopefully, again, if you have a country yard and you're dealing with big trees, shade, compacted clay that has rocks, and you know, just stuff that would be very expensive to have professionally landscaped, you know, this is hopefully an option so that you can still have a beautified side yard and not full of brush and enjoyment. And again, I might be wrong, but I feel like a year from now, like, this is going to look amazing, and it will be worth you know, everything that we've done. So again, we'll have more updates, more things planted, more pine straw, more tarp stuff covered up. We hope you're having a good day, and again, thank you for listening and watching.